Hi, this is Linda, and today I'm going to do a tutorial for digital and SVG designs for you, and I'm going to do Granny Rose's loaded pockets. So first what you would need to do is print out all your pages, all the beautiful roses, the tickets. Here's some beautiful embellishments. We've got some bobbin thread holders, butterflies, beautiful roses. Here are the pockets that are going to go on the larger pocket, which is here. And when you're printing out your designs, pick one of the background papers, which I will show you in a second. Copy it on the other side so that when you fold it over, the thumb cut shows the design on this side and not the white. Here's another one of the little pockets, and also I copied on the back. I chose the pretty roses so that when the pocket is made with the little flaps, the other side is pretty also. We've got some little words here, ruler, beautiful large rose. And here are your background papers. Nice pretty sandy brown. Got some pink with stripes. This is my favorite page. It's like an enormous index with all the lines, pretty roses in the background. Here's what I used to back the pocket with, a large portion. And this is the other one, the roses that I did for the other pocket. So what you need to do is print out all of your pages. Decide if you want to back all of your embellishments, which I normally do, with another layer of cardstock, or do you want to just copy the paper on the back? So that is your decision, and get your stuff printed out. I'm going to get everything prepped and we'll be right back. Okay, I've got all my pieces prepped, and I did all my prepping and my inking. First, what you're going to do is you need to fold in your tabs. It's like this. If you have a scoreboard, which is so, you can use that. Or if you don't have a scoreboard, after you cut your pieces out, just line up your edges here, along with where your tabs are cut, and just give them a little fold like so. It'll work just as good. So we're going to take our flaps, fold them in, and before you do any gluing, make sure that everything is fitting properly, that it's not like so. In case you cut wrong, you might have scored a little bit wrong, just make sure that that's all lined up. This is the glue I prefer. Use what you like. Not a glue stick though. It's not going to be heavy enough for a glue stick. So we're just going to glue all our flaps. Around the edges, fold it over, and give it a good press. And you'll need a tissue of some kind. A little bit further down. There we go. And this is what I was telling you. I back this. I put it back in the printer and put another sheet of the backing and copied it onto this. So now I've got a nice big pocket that is covered on both sides. I'm an inker, so as you can see, I've inked my edges, got all my little tabs. This is going to be our first pocket that goes on top of our large pocket. going to put it all the way to the bottom. Line it up against the sides. You can always double check by turning it over to see if you've hanging over a bit. If so, just move it up. The glue will give you a little time to wiggle it around as needed. Here's our next pocket. And you don't have to ink around the edges if that's not your thing. I just ink everything. Put it all the way down to the bottom. Line up your edges. Again, give it a double check. Make sure it's not hanging over. So there's our base that we're going to be working with. It's all put together. Very easy. The other little notebook thing looked like this. Again, I copied the very faint roses on it. And these are your little pockets for the inside. So we're going to glue our tabs down. And you don't glue any of this here, just the little tabs. And line them up. And if they don't meet exactly, that's okay. It gives you good folding room, so that there's not so much bunched up against the edges. And there's our little pockets for the inside. So we can stick little things in there. And what I have done is I have gone ahead, so that you didn't have to watch me glue and all that. I took each card and glued it to the large piece of the backing paper. And a little tip for gluing: when you cut out your piece, don't cut it right up against the edge as it should be. Leave a little border around it. Turn your page over, glue it down. Then when you cut, either with a trimmer like this, or you can use a craft knife, or just use your scissors, whichever you want. Then I glue it down. That way, when you cut around it, you don't have any of the backing paper peeking out. Just makes it a little bit easier. I've glued one of the little sayings there. It says unique. And we're going to put it in our little pocket here. These, I've gone ahead and I put eyelets in the top. The eyelets I use, these are the very large ones. They come like this. Put them in there, and then I've tied some chiffon ribbon, which I get off of Amazon. Comes in a big roll. There's all different colors. And I glued one of the little memory things on it. Let's put one here. This little card, I put perfect on it. Stick it up here. Now this little guy over here, I glued the heavenly on it. It is backed. And this is our flower that she has given us. Now you can put it on one of your cards as a decoration, or you could glue it here if you like. But it does have many layers. And you just want to take, and I inked the back of mine because I'm going to glue it on here, and I didn't want any of the white to show. Or you could copy one of the backing papers on it if you wanted. And you want to offset them so that your little scallops there on the flower are in between the other ones. put it in between. She gave lots and lots of layers, and I didn't back these or ink them because no one's going to see them because they're hidden by the other pieces. And one more little guy. And even the little circle guy comes in. I used a 1/2 inch circle punch to punch him out. Put him right in the middle. Take our little card here. And we're just kind of guesstimate where I need my glue. Can always add more or wipe off what is excess and sticking over. And you can put it, move it down, you can put as much down or as much hanging off as you would like. Check the back. Just wipe off the excess and we'll let him dry a little bit before we stick him in our pocket. To decorate the bottom of this, I cut out this. I did not back it. It's going to go like so. So we'll get a little guesstimate of what needs to be glued. Make sure you get all your little bits and pieces because we're going to make a pocket out of the little guy. I usually take a piece of scrap, stick it under there to make sure that I didn't get any glue up there. No glue on there, don't feel any. I think we're good to go. A little bit more right here. Now, as you noticed, I have mine hanging over a little bit. That's the way I wanted it. You can move it down, cut off the little stem here so it's shorter, whatever you'd like. And when he dries, we'll fill up the little pocket here. Now for the big guys. You get lots of butterflies. One thing you can do with the butterflies, I used them as little decorations on these cards, or you could just put them on top of each other, fold up their little wings, and you'd have a 3-dimensional butterfly. So I glued mine like so. And here's the little ruler that she gives you. Also backed it. And this large card, I just took the chiffon and then tied another piece over it. And the little bulb pins, get one. They work just like safety pins. And just hook on your little guys and then hook them around your ribbon. And I put tiny little eyelets in them. Not necessary. You can also use the reinforcements. A long time ago we used to use it on our pages. Just take one, they come in white, ink one up as much as you want, and then you could peel that off and use it if you wanted. Totally up to you. And I just like little dangles. I'm notorious for using those. I'll put it right there. And we've got some of these pretty roses on the stems. I'm going to stick one right in there. This guy there. And how you load it up is totally up to you. Again, these are backed, inked on both sides. So little guy, he's all dry now. much. We gotta leave some guys for in here. Let's see. Let's steal some of this here. Nope, I made that too big. You could use these little guys if you wanted. Put them in there. Be cute with them sticking out of the top. However you would like, or maybe you have something personal you want to hide in there. And we'll just fold them up and stick them back here. And it's called a loaded pocket. That there needs to be a bigger word for loaded, because this is huge. I think I'll steal one of these and put it here. There, that's better. Now I'm going to take my little butterfly, I'm going to glue him there. I'm just gluing around his body so that you can kind of bend it. Put it there as a little decoration. And take all these little guys and we're going to stick them right behind our rose. The little tuck spot we made. And I'm going to take the little fragrance sticker. You have it. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Now you could put, when you put this in one of your journal pages, you could do a band. Just take some of your paper, cut a band, say about 1.5 to 2 inches, put it on your page. Let's say this was your page. Put it on your page. You want to score your edges. You want to make sure that it clears, and you could just slide that right under there, if that makes sense. You could use this in your page, you could glue it all the way down, or you could just glue 3 sides, the sides and the bottom, and that would give you another tuck spot for it to be there. I hope you'd enjoy it. Please give it a try. There's no right or wrong way to load the pocket. You do it like you want. And she does give you instructions how to make it. You can also follow that. Or you can pause this tutorial anytime and catch up with me. Thanks again. Have fun.